Good evening and welcome to tonight's high school hockey game between your Dubuque Saints and the visiting Waterloo Warriors. We'll get the JV game kicked off here in about 3 minutes. So just about underway here. Looks like the Saints will start with Mueller, Weiner, and Nolan Pierce. Backed by Zick and Liam Henry. We've got Tolton Stoll in net. Puck's down and we're underway. Waterloo takes out their own man at center ice. Now they'll dump it into the zone. Liam Henry go back to retrieve it behind the goal line. Sends it around the ice to Zick. Zick kicks it up to Mueller, who sends it back to Zick. Now we'll break out the far side. Stolen there by Waterloo. They'll dump it back in. Dubuque will regroup. Comes to the near corner. Waterloo knocked off the puck there. Now it kicks up to Mueller. Mueller chips it off the boards. He'll try and chase it down. Go the length on a new sheet of ice for icing. Quick line change for Dubuque. 20 or 40 seconds into the game, we'll see Sheehy, Heacock, and Smothers. They'll be backed by Spangler and Seegers. Puck's down. Waterloo controls. They'll play it down to the near side. Seegers knocks it loose there. Plays it up the near boards. Runs it up just outside the zone. That's going to be offsides. Face off just in front of the Dubuque bench. Sheehy in for the face-off. Waterloo wins again. Back to the D. Dumps it into Sheehy. Spangler's got it. She'll play it up the near side. Stolen there by Waterloo. Seegers plays it up. He's got Heacock. Heacock on the near boards. Knocked down by Waterloo. Xander Sheehy centers to no one. Stolen there by Waterloo. They'll carry it in with a little speed. Seegers puts the man to the ice. Falls on top of him. And the puck. Now it's in the corner. Knocked below the goal line. Seegers has got it there. Seegers has got it there. Off to Heacock. Heacock, long cross ice pass to Smothers. Smothers across the blue line. Shot. Saved by GB. Smothers kicks the rebound towards the middle. He's got pulls on the back door. GB with a nice save and a cover for a whistle. Third line's looking like Netherly, Deutsch, and Michael Poles. They'll be backed by Kleesner and Nolan Kretz. Netherly in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Netherly wins it back. Waterloo steals quickly. Back to their defense. They'll play it up the far boards. Pole steals it there. Down to Netherly. Just out of his reach. So circle behind the net. They'll bring it up the middle. Never a great idea. Knocked down into the corner. Waterloo now on the near side. Long cross ice pass. That gets it out of the zone. Netherly rubs the man off on the far side. Puck's loose now. Down to the corner. Kleesner's got it there. Hands off to Kretz. Kretz takes it behind the net. Cuts back and comes back where he came from. Knocked loose in front. Puck goes behind. Waterloo controls. Knocks it to the near corner. Poles has got it there. He'll knock it down. Kleesner and Netherly battling forward behind the goal line. Kicks up the Poles. Poles centering pass to Deutsch. Deutsch can't quite hold on to it. Waterloo counters. Knocks it into the zone. Kretz will go back and get it. Circles behind the net. He's got Deutsch on the far side. Connects with him at center ice. Now Deutsch will dump in, go for the change. Puck just to the right of GB. He'll jock it below the goal line. Weiner pressures. Knocks the puck loose. Stolen there by Pierce. Can't quite maintain it though. Waterloo coming back. 2-on-4. Stick loses an edge but quickly recovers. Sends it to the middle. Saved by Stoll. And a whistle. .12:08 left in the first period. Cade Weiner in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Back to the Waterloo D. Shot towards the net. Tipped out in front by Henry. Squirts out in front. Scramble and another save by Stoll. Saints haven't had a lot of luck in the first 5 minutes here winning faceoffs. I think Waterloo's been on the winning edge for all 5 or 6 that we've had. Kevin Netherly did pick up one, now that I say that. Weiner's back for the faceoff. Puck's down. Scrambled in front. Dubuque walks away with it. Pierce on the far side. Chips around a man. It's held there. Weiner presses it into the zone. Cuts back along the boards. Man knocked down there. Squirts out to the blue line. Zick held it for just a second. Now Waterloo connects. They'll bring it into the zone. Takes it to the wide side. Top of the circle now. Henry kicks off to Mueller. Mueller cross ice to Weiner. Pierce is going to follow him in. Waterloo steals. They'll push it back to Zick. Zick sends it up to center ice. Pierce just on the red line. Can't quite hold it. Knocked back in. Zick's got it now. He'll circle behind the net. Plays it off to Spangler. Spangler bangs it off the boards. Out to neutral ice. Waterloo quick catches the Saints on a bit of a change here. Nice little draw down to the corner. Another walk out to the side. Stolen there. Chase Bowles on the ice. He'll carry it up the far side. Takes it into the zone. Around his man there. He's got Heacock in the middle. Shot. Saved by GB. Chase backhands it to the middle. No one there. Bowles chases his man off into the boards. Drives him into the ref. Sneaky move there. Centering pass picked up by Heacock. He'll backhand it in towards GB. GB catches. Throws to the corner. Send up the far side. Chase Bowles has got it there. He'll try and bang it low. Knocks a man down. Squirts out for offsides. I don't. Puck went out of play. Out of play offsides, but. So we'll get the face off to the right of GB. Netherly, Deutsch, and Poles. Puck's down. Back into the Waterloo corner. Loses an edge there. Back to the D. Spangler's got it for a second. She'll throw it to the near boards. Deutsch has got it there. Played down to Netherly. Back out. Sagers throws it towards the net. Seegers throws it towards the net. Netherly back check. Steals the puck. Hands off to Spangler. Over to Seegers. Michael Poles gets it out of the zone. Gavin Netherly pushes it down into the near corner. Tries to center. Nobody home. Big hit there. We're going to get a penalty. Interference. 2 minutes for interference on Hesse. This is what you get when you mess with the little man. Oh, 2 minutes for interference on Michael Poles. This is what happens when the little man messes with them. Dubuque will send Sheehy and Heacock out to kill the penalty. They'll be backed by Kretz and Henry. Sheehy in for the faceoff. Throwing Rasty out of the faceoff. Not sure why there. Waterloo still manages to win it. Played down to the corner. Rasty's got it there. Walks it up the far side. He'll wrap it back behind the net. Sheehy got a piece of it there. Now it's on the right side. Waterloo controls behind the net. Sends it to the corner. Back behind the net. Nolan Kretz will try and muck it there. Holds it for a minute. Waterloo's got control. Looks for the man in the high slot. Can't quite get it there. Jackson Heacock cuts off the pass. Now we're back up to the point. Again to the far side. Walks to the top of the circle. Cuts back. Sends it down below the goal line. He'll walk it to the other side. Sends it to the other point. That's Caldwell there. Rasky now in the corner. Back to Caldwell. Caldwell can't hold it. Squirts out. Jackson Heacock comes out to make his life hard. He'll dump it back in. Delayed offsides. Sheehy will change for Deutsch. Henry knocks it loose. It's Deutsch behind the goal line. He'll fire at the length. That's a high stick. That's going to go for a face-off in front of the goaltender. Thanks for the real estate. We'll get Netherly and Deutsch out for the kill. Backed by Seegers and Zick. Netherly in for the faceoff. Another win for Waterloo. They'll play it out to the near side. Zick will come over to collect it. Got a little time. Fires it cross ice. All the way back. Waterloo collects it at the faceoff dot. Netherly tries to knock it loose there. It's fired up the far boards. That's offsides. No, it's not. Well, yes, it was, but it's not called. Zick plays it up the near boards. Waterloo walks it to the far side, all the way down to the corner. Nice little game of around the world he's got going on here. Now he'll drop it down below the goal line. Walks it out to the blue line. That's Hesse. He'll play around the world. That's 2 trips. You get bonus points for that. Fired down to the corner, out to the blue line. High slot, fired towards the net, wide. Lowry collects it on the near boards. He'll dump it down below the board, or goal line. That's the end of the penalty. Pulls, races to the bench. Mueller steps on. Kicked out to the high slot. Couldn't be caught there. Now it's popped up. That's another high stick. Dubuque plays it, though, so the high stick is nullified. Knocked into the zone. We got a delayed offside. Zick's got it. Dubuque could go for a quick change. Over to Seegers. Seegers carries it up to neutral ice. Stops at the red line. Has it stolen there. Waterloo will counterpunch. Takes it into the zone. Weiner's got it. Stolen from him. Chipped down to the corner. Below the net. It's Kretz. Kretz plays it off to Pierce. Pierce runs into a man. Back to Kretz. Kretz fades up to Weiner. We got a 2-on-1. Weiner and Mueller. Weiner shoots. Goal! Cade Weiner with a nice goal. Took that feed off from Nolan Kretz. Saints are on the board, 1-0.
Dubuque Saints goal scored by number 22, Cade Weiner. Assisted by number 9, C.J. Mueller. With 7:02 remaining in the first period.
Bucks down and we're back underway. Nolan Kretz plays it up to Pierce. Pierce can't quite get into the zone. Waterloo steals. Kretz has got it back in the neutral zone. Dumps it in. Saints tag up. Puck now behind the Waterloo net. They'll circle and come out the right side. Knocked off the puck there. We're going to get a penalty. Waddick knocks his man out the puck. Xander Sheehy controls in the corner. And there's our whistle. Cross check. Two minutes. Cross-checking for Nolan Pierce. Netherly and George will step out to start the penalty kill.
Dubuque Saints penalty at number 16, Nolan Pierce, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
They're backed by Seegers and Spangler.
Period, which puts the Saints back on the FXP Dubuque penalty kill.
Puck's down. Waterloo go D-to-D, top of the circle, shot deflected, up into the netting, and that's a whistle. Netherly in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Waterloo controls momentarily. Deutsch steals it and feeds it around the back of the net. Seegers will get it there. Tries to play it up. Chip just enough. Netherly scoops over and gets it. He's got Deutsch a little bit ahead of him. And a little dump it down. JB will stop it behind the net. Plays it back up the near side. Caldwell's got it there. He'll circle behind the net. Netherly making life a little rough for him. Steals the puck. Hits the brakes. Cuts back behind the net. Waterloo's got it controlled now. Now it's Deutsch helping out his line mate. Getting out of the zone hard on this power play for Waterloo. Now they're out to center ice. Stolen there again by Netherly. Knocked back to the red line. Jackson Heacock will jump on for him. Walks around, drop down below the goal line. They'll circle to the near corner. Look for the man at the point. They'll hit him there. Green fires it deflected in front of the net. Now played down below the goal line again. Spangler knocks it back there. Thrown up the middle. Just out of the reach of Heacock. Now to the near side. Back to the top of the point. Deutsch with the steal there. Hard clear. Sent the length. Jackson Heacock's the first man down there. GB will leave it behind the net. Heacock does a little dance. Can't quite get there. Waterloo, that's icing. Sheehy and Heacock. 30 seconds left on this short-handed opportunity. Sheehy steps in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Waterloo's got it below the goal line. They'll fire it up the middle. Sheehy pressures him on the far side. Walks it wide. Kretz with a big hit. Puck down below the goal line. Sheehy steals it there. Walks out of the corner with it. He'll try and backhand it high off the glass. Gets by the Waterloo defense. Go the length. Sheehy comes off for a quick change. Weiner steps up for him. Played on the near side. Just 7 seconds left on that power play. Waterloo struggles to get it back up the middle. And now they're into the zone. Hesse's got it there. Top of the circles. Walks it wide. Centering pass. Unconnected. Pierce throws it off to Weiner. Can't connect, but Mueller's got it now. A little bit of a 3-on-2 happening here. Mueller walks to the circle. Fires it. GB kicks it to the far corner. And Waterloo's coming the other way. They've got a little bit of a 2-on-2. He'll walk it wide as well. Down below the goal line. Knocked off the puck. Weiner's got it there behind the net. Tried to trickle it out in front. Now it's wrapped aside to Mueller. Mueller centers to Pierce. Pierce dumps it in. Walks around his man. He'll be the first one to get it below the goal line. Far corner. Drop pass there. Cycles for Weiner. Weiner knocks the puck loose. He's got it below the goal line. Tries to walk out in front. Center. GB knocks it back to the corner. Pierce with a bad angle shot that comes across the front. Doesn't touch anything. Zick now from the blue line. Tipped in front by Weiner. Pierce will come out for a change. Deutsch will step in. Long ice. So Waterloo winning in the faceoff battle. And they started out strong, but they're having a tough time maintaining possession now. And a couple untimely icings. We get Deutsch, Netherly, and Poles. Deutsch for the faceoff. Puck's down. Deutsch wins it. Back to Kleesner. Kleesner fires it to the corner. Deutsch, a little man on a mission down there, battling two Waterloo players. Knocks it to the corner. Poles has got it. Centered out in front. Nobody home. Zick kicks it over to Deutsch. Unconnected. Centering pass just out of the reach of Michael Poles. Poles just gets run over there. Not a lot he could do about it. Now it's Waterloo up the near boards. Knocked that back in by Netherly. Again, they'll fire it out. Caught at the blue line. That's going to go for an ice. Nope. Waved off. Kleesner got to it just in time. Played up to Poles. Can't quite connect. Centering pass in the slot. Stolen there by Zick. Now it's up to Netherly at the blue line. Netherly knocks it into the zone. Waterloo collects it there. It's blue line. Chipped it back in. Zick's got it now. Heacock cutting across the middle. Can't quite connect. Buchanan steals it center ice. Carries it down to the top of the circle. He'll wheel back towards his own zone. Dumps it down below the goal line. Wraps all the way around to the near corner. Waterloo behind the net. Tries to center. It's knocked back behind there. Weird bounce off the boards. Jackson Heacock's there. He'll clear it out. Xander Sheehy will chase it down. Sent back in. Waterloo's got us in a bit of a bad change here. Kick towards the net. Saved by Stoll. Puck squirts loose. Now it's behind the net. They'll walk it back to the near side. Tries to wrap it around. Sheehy steals it. Knocks it back up to the blue line. Shot from the top of the circle. Blocked there by Sagers. Smothers has got it. He'll backhand it out of the zone. The weird bounce right in front of the bench. Cross ice pass. Dumped in. Sagers knocks it up to Spangler. Spangler fans on a clearing attempt, but Dubuque maintains control. Heacock will wrap it around. Smothers will try and get here. Gets out of the zone all the way out to the red line. Back to Sheehy. Over to Sagers. Sagers sends it to Spangler. Spangler walks across the red line, dumps it in. Back behind the goal line now. GB leaves it there. Sheds Smothers. Heacock and Pierce back. I'm sorry. Weiner and Pierce back out. 2-on-1. Big shot. Big rebound. Sagers chips it off the boards. Can't quite get it out. Waterloo bangs it back down below the goal line. Spangler sends it to the far side. No one on her team saw that, though. So Waterloo races in, takes control. Now Spangler again. Waterloo again. Back below the goal line. 1 minute left in the first period. 1 minute. Mueller gets it out. Sagers controls there. Waterloo counters. Across the blue line. High slot. Sagers knocks him off the puck. Down into the corner. Walks around the back of the net. Cuts back. Stolen there. Spangler pokes it loose, wrapped around. Again, Waterloo with the man kicked out in front. Saved by Stoll. He'll knock it on the back of the net. Now we're back behind the net. Waterloo's got it there. Tries to walk out the other side. Weiner kicks it to the corner. Waterloo's got a little bit of their control back. Kicked up the far side, up to the blue line. Mueller steals it. He's got Pierce racing down. Waterloo controls temporarily. Big hit on Pierce on the boards. Waterloo controls. Sends it cross ice pass. Netherly box it. 5 seconds left in the period. Into the Dubuque zone. Back behind the goal line. And that'll do it for the first period. So the Saints holding on to a 1-0 lead. Also leading in shots, 5-4. Take a quick 2-minute break and we'll be back for the second period. Puck's down and we're ready for the second period. We're 8 seconds into the second period. Dubuque pressures. Pierce clears it out to Weiner. Weiner in front of his own bench. Knocked to the ice. Now it's Pierce. Knocked down also. Puck squirts out. Waterloo comes back with a little speed. Kretz knocks him off the puck. Weiner with control. He'll have to leave it there for the delayed offsides. Dubuque tags up. Waterloo clears out. Green's got it up the near sides. Kretz knocks him off the puck. Kicks it ahead to Weiner. Weiner walks down the near boards. He's got Mueller in the middle. Knocked just loose. Waterloo sends it to the far side. They'll carry it across the blue line. Shot on net. Just to the right of Stoll. Play it around the back of the net. Mueller's got it there with a little time. Centered into the Waterloo pass. Mueller can't quite walk around. Waterloo's got it now. Carries it into the zone. Shot. Tricky little bounce. Saved by Stoll. No one's looking at the right window. How about that? There we go. Let's look at it in the big screen. Puck's down. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Netherly pulls. Deutsch. Netherly in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Waterloo's got it again. They'll dump it down below the goal line. Squirts out to the near side. That's Benzik to collect it. He'll play it off the boards to Deutsch. Deutsch again off the boards. Tries to get it ahead to Netherly. Can't quite connect there. Now it's Henry on the far side. Up to Poles. Poles backhands it into the zone. Waterloo fires it back out. Glad to hear someone's watching out there. Someone corrected me on my screen. No one likes watching in the upper left-hand corner, but hey. Played into the bench. Coach Joe Stike, former goalie, couldn't quite hang on to it. I guess he stopped it, though. That's all the goalies need to do. .309 left in the second period. Dubuque will send out Heacock, Pulls, and Sheehy. Sheehy in for the faceoff. They're backed by Spangler and Seegers. Puck's down. Dubuque's got it. Back to Seegers. Seegers dumps it to the far corner. Knocked loose there. Kicked out in front. Not quite connected on. Waterloo carried out the far side. Knocked into the boards. Xander Sheehy puts them into the Zam door there. Now it's knocked loose. Seegers throws it up to Poles. Poles got a little time. Sends it just out of the reach of Heacock. It'll go the length of the ice. War and icing. Sheehy in for the faceoff. Dubuque will control. Send up to Poles. Poles leaves to Sheehy. Sheehy gets it into the zone. Kind of looked like interference, but he took his stick, so we'll call it even. Wrapped around. Heacock knocks it loose in the corner. Backhanding pass to Poles in the middle. Can't quite connect and put it in. Waterloo bangs it out the far side. Sagers will collect it there. Send it up to Poles. Poles will carry it into the zone. Top of the circle. Shot. Saved by GB. Wrapped around on the near side. Weiner's got it there. Banged out. Seegers again holds it in. High off the glass. Glove down. Poles has got it for a second. Now it's Seegers. Shot. Saved by GB. Near boards. Mueller puts a body into someone. Kick back to Seegers. Fires wide of the net. Kicks out in front. GB with the save. Another save there. Weiner tries to wrap around. Bang, bang. Save by GB. I'm not sure I trust those 8-5 shots. We got 3 or 4 right there, but maybe not. Pierce, Mueller, Weiner out for the faceoff with 11:45 left in the second period. Weiner with the faceoff. Back to Waterloo. They'll wrap it around the near side. Knocked past Kleitzer. They got a 3-on-1 going here. Just Nolan Kretz back. Green forces it wide. Shot saved by Stoll, and he'll cover. You'll find that the goalie's chest is very hard to get the puck through. Going to have to shoot it significantly harder than that. I'm not sure that's the 3-on-1 play they had drawn up either. Puck's down. Waterloo's got it again. Top of the slot, or top of the circle. Shot. Saved by Stoll. At least they're trying the corners. Maybe not where his glove is, but what do I know? I just announced high school hockey games. Weiner in for the faceoff again. There we go. Dubuque's got the faceoff. Knocks it back behind. Pleasner plays it over to Kretz. Kretz up to Mueller. Mueller dumps it into the zone. Back behind the goal. Weiner's the first one there. Battles forward in the corner. Waterloo takes control. They'll walk it behind the net. Out the far side. Mueller with the steal. High slot. Yeah, that was a slash. That's what he called. Someone needs to tell 11. That's what he did. So Dubuque will go on its, I think this is his first power play. Yep, there's that silly song.
Waterloo penalty on number 11, Sean Whitlofer. 2 minutes for slashing. Which puts your Dubuque Saints on the Polaris Insurance Group.
So Dubuque's
play.
#1 power play unit looks like it's going to look like Weiner, Pierce, Sheehy, Deutsch, and Segers. Sheehy in for the faceoff. He wins it back to Segers. Segers gives it to Weiner. Back to Segers. Gives off to Sheehy. Top of the circles. Doesn't have a shot there. He'll control. Walks it down to the goal line. Oh, fired it across to Weiner. Couldn't connect. Waterloo will send it the length. Segers is the first man there. Waterloo got it. Walks out to the front. Nice save by Stoll. That's just a hair off. Apparently we're playing with it a hair off. Now Pierce has got it. He's got Kretz on the other side, or Deutsch on the other side. Stoll in there. Weiner steps in. Segers has got it. Gives off to Deutsch. Deutsch takes it across the blue line. Far side. Gives back to Pierce. Pierce from the faceoff dot. Shot. Oh, chips up. Weiner's got it below the goal line. It's poked loose there. He'll walk it behind the net. Gives it out in front. Now that net's off. Oh, we fix it down there. A Stoll, no one can see it because the net's pointed the other way, but Stoll just fixed the inch it was off on the other side. Just so you didn't think I'd lie to you. Minute 5 left in the power play. Net successfully back on its moorings. Look at GB offering Carlson a drink. Those goalies, I tell you, salt of the earth. Carlson pours a little out for his homies on the ice. Netherly steps in for the faceoff. We get Netherly, Michael Poles, and CJ Mueller. Jackson Heacock at the point. Shot. Rebound. CJ Mueller pitchforks it over the net. Waterloo will fire it up the near boards. Zick will hold it in. Down to Netherly. Netherly knocks it below the goal line. Mueller with a little time down there. He'll walk it out. Gives off to Heacock. Heacock on the near boards. Gives it back down to Mueller. Mueller will walk it to the faceoff dot. Unnecessarily hits another player. And he'll get a penalty for that one. Roughing. 2 minutes. Number 9. So much for that power play. 37 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. And then Waterloo will get another power play of their own. Deutsch and Netherly. Kretz and Henry assume the position. Puck's down. Dubuque's got it. And they'll fire it up the far boards. Knocked back in. Netherly dumped back in around the far side, behind the net. Now it's back below the goal line again. Kretz will go to get it in the corner there. Waterloo wins the battle, walks it out. Squirts behind the goal line. It's Kretz again, now on the near side. He'll play it up to Netherly. Netherly's got a little room to operate. Got Kretz with him, leaves it off for Deutsch. Deutsch gets it over to Kretz now, just inside the blue line. Walks around one. Waterloo now on the power play. Shot saved by GB, and we'll get a whistle. So 1:19 left on the Mueller penalty. Dubuque will send out Sheehy and Heacock at forward. Zick and Spangler back at D.
Dubuque Saints are now on the FXP Dubuque penalty kill.
Waterloo's got the face-off. They'll carry it outside the zone, across the red line, into the attacking zone. Knocked off the puck there by Zick. He's got it in the far corner. Hard off the boards. It'll go the length. GB controls it for a second. Back behind the net. He makes life hard. They chip it around him. Up to the blue line. Heacock steals it there. Gives off to Sheehy. Sheehy will take it wide. Carries it into the zone. He's got Heacock in the middle. Walks around another. Shot to the GB. Saved and kicked to the corner. That'll be all we see of Sheehy for a minute. Weiner jumps off the bench. He'll jump into the play, though. He's got the puck. Walks around one. Oh, he had Heacock in front of him. I couldn't quite get it. Heacock's got it now on the goal line. Someone get a message to Waterloo. They're on the power play here. Dubuque sets it up. Fires it from the blue line. Waterloo's going to come back. Loses the puck there. Weiner's got it. Can't quite walk around one. Stolen there. Back to Spangler. Spangler throws it up to center ice where Waterloo controls. They'll walk into the zone. Centering pass to no one. Zick in the far corner. Then it's out to the blue line. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Kicks it to the corner again. 5 seconds left on that Mueller penalty. Wrapped around the back of the net. Sent out in front. Oh, almost had a well-timed. Well, Mueller's going to just not get there. Penalty's over. Pierce wins the race. He's got it. Carries it into the zone. He's got Netherly up the middle. Gets it up to him. Not quite. Just out of his reach. Chip loose there. Spangler dumps it in. Mueller's still on the ice now. Cross ice pass to no one. It's going to go down. Not enough for icing. Zick had the opportunity to play it. He'll take it back behind the goal. Rolls off his stick there in the near corner. Back to Pierce. Knocked off his stick. Now it's Spangler. She'll bring it this way. Centering pass stolen by Waterloo. Kicked up to Netherly. Netherly backhands it in. Near corner now. Played up the middle. Knocked down by Poles. Poles has got it. Tries to center it. Nobody home. Squirts to the far corner. Deutsch has got it there. They'll bounce it around him. Out to Sagers. Poles will knock it back in. Deutsch. Use that long reach. He's got it from the faceoff dot. Can't quite get it on net. Sheehy now walks down to the near corner. Walks it into the corner. He's got it on the goal line. He'll hit the brakes. Walking again. He's got it to the slot. Puck knocked all the way back to Seegers. Seegers fires on net. Off of GB. Into the corner. Deutsch with a big hit. Sagers gives to Kleesner. Kleesner can't quite hold on to it. We got a little 2-on-1. Sagers with the man back. Shot. Saved by Stoll. There's a new line combination. We're going to get, oh no. Waddick's playing defense. Those Waddick boys are tough to figure out. So we got Sheehy, Waddick, Heacock, and Smothers, and Kretz. That makes 5. Below the goal line off the side of the net. Kretz has got it. Battles behind the goal line. Tries to play it up to the near side. Smothers is there. Smothers plays it up to Sheehy. Sheehy cuts across the middle. Gives off to Heacock. Heacock can't quite get it. Now it's played on the far side. Waddick's got it there. Kicks it up. Just out of the reach of Sheehy. Heacock fires it into the net. Sheehy will go for a change. Weiner will step out. Smothers. Big hit in the corner. Well, big hit for Smothers. Played up. Heacock battles for it on the near side. And a whole group of... Well, Weiner walks out to it. He's in the slide. Gives off to Smothers. Smothers shot. Saved by GB. Smothers gets a ragdoll in the corner, but that was still a heck of a shot. He's got it behind the net. Tries to throw it in front. GB puts the paddle down and stops it there. Smothers back to Waddick. Waddick fires on the net. GB with a glove save and will get the whistle. How did I'm a minute behind on the clock. 5:09 left in the second period. That was a good shift, boys. Weiner, Pearson, Mueller. Backed by Henry and Zick. Puck's down. Waterloo's got it again. High off the glass. Out to center ice. Duke plays it back up to Mueller. Mueller dumps it in from the blue line. Pierce will go chase behind the goal line. Wrapped around to the near side. Pitchforked off the puck. Jumps over Henry's stick, but Zick's got his back. Cuts back up in the near boards. Knocked loose down below the goal line. We got a man out in front. Someone pick him up. Pierce fires it off to Weiner. Weiner's got Mueller in front. He'll kick it off the boards to him. Head to the net. Oh, just out of the reach of Mueller on the back cut. So the goal! Look at that! Nice. Nice little give and go there between Mueller and Weiner. Weiner got a shot. Didn't have a lot on it, but it was enough to get it by GB. And the Saints double their lead, 2-0. 4:33 left in the second period. Pay no attention to that 4:29 on my clock.
Dubuque Saints goal scored by number 22, Cade Weiner. His second goal of the night, assisted by number 9, C.J.
Now it's Deutsch.
Miller.
Hits the brakes on the near boards.
Of the second period.
Waterloo's got it. They'll carry it back out. Out of the zone, crosses the red line, takes it into the attacking zone.
Also a secondary assist to number 16, Nolan Pierce.
Nolan Pierce picks up a second one on that, but it seemed like it was more of a back and forth between Mueller and Weiner, but hey, who am I to argue? Deutsch has got it now. Carries it outside the blue line. Through center ice. Gives off to Pulls. Pulls back to Deutsch. In the slot. GB's hurt. GB's hurt. Defense McKenna drove Deutsch right into the goalie. It's never a great idea. GB takes his helmet off. You're going to want to play with that. Yeah, put it back on, son. GB looks like he's hurt. All right. We'll get Heacock, Poles, and Sheehy. Spangler and Sagers back on D. Saints now with convincing lead in shots, 17-9. Puck's down. Waterloo's got it again. They'll get it out of the zone. Through center ice. Center to Xander Sheehy, plays for us. Kick down. Sheehy's got it. He'll backhand it up, take it up the far side. He's got Heacock with him. Walks around another Waterloo defender. Big hit in the corner. Waterloo's got it now. They'll carry it out the far side. Long cross ice pass stolen there by Sagers. Sagers dumps it back in. GB sticks it to the corner. Spangler holds it in there. Waterloo manages to get it out of the zone. They'll send it to Sagers. Sagers gets it over to Spangler. Spangler walks the far side. Plays it up to Poles. Poles tries to knock it ahead. Can't quite get it. Battled there. Waterloo controls. They'll walk the blue line. Backhand pass up to Pierce. He plays for us. Knocked into the zone and then right back out. That's a dangerous spot to make a change. Pierce has got it now. Leaves for Weiner. Weiner walks to the near side. Takes it into the zone. Waterloo's on to his tricks. They've got all four guys back. He tries to feather it back to Kleesner. It's stolen there. Now Weiner's got it back. Knocks it down to the corner. Waterloo loses a player or a stick, but they'll pick it back up. Mueller gets out to Weiner. Cross pass. No one's connected to it, and it's going to haul in by Kleesner there. Pierce knocks it down below the goal line. Weiner's got it. He'll cut back on the side it came from. Plays with it a little bit behind the net. What are we getting here? In the crease? I forgot to start the clock again. God, I suck. .210. That's not right. .210 left in the second period. Puck's down. Deutsch kicks it out. Oh, Poles just couldn't bury it. Thrown out. Kretz holds it in. Gets it back. Back to Netherly. Netherly fires it in now. Now Waterloo's got it back to center ice. In front of the bench. Poles has got it there. Kicks it ahead to Deutsch. Deutsch gets it into the zone. Walks it near side. Hits the break. Shot on net. Tipped wide by GB. It'll kick over to Kretz. Kretz at the blue line. Tries to knock it down. Netherly bounces it off the boards. Michael Poles steps over to help him out. Squirts loose. Poles has got it. Gives off to Kretz. Kretz fired to the knot. Excuse me. Saved by GB there. Heacock and Smothers back out. Puck's down. He wins it directly to the Waterloo player that was cutting in front of Smothers. Waterloo walks into the neutral zone. They'll carry it into the boards, into the zone. Waterloo in the near corner. Reverses and goes back behind the goal line. Kicked out in front. Saved by Stoll there. Rebound saved. Now it's Sagers. Will knock it to the corner. Played up to Heacock. Heacock will knock it up. Waterloo knocks it back down. They've got to below the goal line. Horrible attempt at the Michigan move. Out to the blue line. Shot. Over the top of the net. Lots of pushing going on. Not a lot of progress. Puck knocked wide. Smothers will go over and try and get it. Big hit by Smothers. That wasn't just a big Smothers hit. That was a big hit in general. Smothers now in the corner. Tries to backhand it out. He can't quite get it out. There we go. No, we don't. Now he's got it. Finally bangs it off the board. Out to center ice. Cross ice pass back in front of the bench. It's Henry that knocks it down. Right in front of the Dubuque bench. Risky change there again. Waterloo fires it far side. They'll walk to the top of the circles. Ben Zick knocks his man off the puck there. Waterloo messes with it. I don't think they realize there's 2 seconds left in the game. Period. Shot saved by Stoll. That'll do it for the second period. So Dubuque extends its lead 2-0. Shots on goal in favor of the Saints, 18-12. We'll take a brief intermission here while we examine the ice. Be a good time to get something to drink, maybe go to the bathroom. We'll see you back in about 15 minutes. We'll watch the whole third period on the big screen here. Puck's down and we're ready to go. And I didn't set the clock. Now we're underway. Waterloo's got it. They'll take it down the near side into the corner. Ben Zick knocks him off the puck. Liam Henry battles behind the net. Walked out in front. Should have passed earlier. I'm not sure how we missed that. And I'm not sure what the whistle's for. Oh, the net's off. No, yeah, the net's off. Yeah, wide open pass there. Stoll made a nice save. I heard it hit something, but the second one, I have no idea what it hit or why it went wide, but I'm certainly glad it did. I'm guessing Liam Henry was somehow involved in that play. He's now taking a seat on the bench. Cade Weiner, Nolan Pierce, C.J. Mueller out on for forwards. They're backed by Zick, and I think that's Spangler on the far side. It is. Ponytail and all. Weiner now. Puck behind the net. Turns. Tries to send it up to the far side. Stolen there by Waterloo. Centering pass. Blocked by Zick. Mueller tries to put it through his skates. Can't. Did we come out for the third period, or are they still in the locker room? There we go. Puck cleared out of the zone. They'll dump it back in. Spangler's got it now. Sends it up to Pierce. Pierce just inside the blue line. He'll send it to the near side. Weiner's got it behind the net. Cuts back. Near side. Rubbed off the puck there. Waterloo's got it in the near corner. Walked around one. Carried up in front of the benches. Walked down. Big hit by Deutsch. They'll set it up between his skates. Held in temporarily. Deutsch has got it now. The other way. He's got poles with him. GB leaves it behind the net. Waterloo will break it up the near side. Netherly with the steal. GB comes out. Does his best counter Sheehy impersonation. Sends it the length of the ice. Colton Stoll points to it. Says Cam, it's right there. Spangler's got it now. She'll reverse back behind the goal line. Plays it off the back of the net. Up to Seegers. Waterloo dumps it back down below the goal line. Spangler will try and get it in the corner. Waterloo wins the race. Chips it up to Netherly. Waterloo battles for it. Yeah, Waterloo definitely came out to play here in this third period. Now it's Sagers behind the net. He'll play it up to Michael Poles. Poles with a little time. Can't quite get a good handle on it, and it's stolen. Knocked back to Waterloo blue line. Deutsch tries to walk around. Stolen there. Holy cow, if we could hold on to the puck for 5 seconds, we'd have something here. Reverse back to the other side. Spangler's going to get it there. Plays it ahead. Squirts loose to Deutsch. Deutsch dumps it in. Sheehy will chase. GB will stop it there. Behind the net. Sheehy knocks the man off the puck, but Waterloo squirts it loose to their man. Centering pass all the way up the middle. Kretz has got it. Plays it into the boards. Squirts out to Heacock. Heacock now. High slot. Shot. Wide of the net. Wraps around to the far side. Kretz will walk in. Knocks it down low. Back behind the net. Heacock battles for it there. Knocks his man down. Waterloo on the near side. Sheehy steps in. Heacock wraps it back down to the corner. They'll bang it out. Held in by Waddick. Now it squirts out to center ice. Mason Bushbaum steps up. He's got it. Knocked off the puck there by Nolan Kretz. Back behind the net. Kretz cuts back. Leaves it for Heacock. Heacock fires it up to Sheehy. Just out of his reach. GB will play it off. Sheehy got his stick lifted right as he went for it. Big hit by Smothers there. That's the third time I've said that tonight. Smothers is a hitting machine. Waddick with a nice save by GB. Knocked back to the blue line. Smothers again. Knocks it down. Doc Smothers having a heck of a game. Cade Weiner does a little dance on the red line. Keeps dancing. He's advanced 5 feet. Now he's into the zone. Hits the brakes on the circle. Waterloo's got it in the corner. Fires it across the ice. Just out of the reach of Zick. He'll go back and get it just inside the zone. Cross ice pass to Spangler. Spangler back to Zick. Zick up the middle. That's 6. You only get to play with 5 skaters. Player on the ice will have to go to the box. Looks like it's lucky number 39. Thanks to my announcing booth to the left for pointing out there were 6. I'm sure the refs didn't know it.
Waterloo penalty for too many men on the ice. Being served by number 39, Aiden Lowe. 2-minute penalty with 10:56.
Sheehy will step in for the faceoff. Waterloo wins it again. High off the boards. Glove down by Kretz. Kretz gives it down to Weiner. Weiner top of the faceoff circle. Centers it off to Deutsch. Deutsch gives it off to Sheehy. Back over to Kretz. High slot. Fired weakly towards the net. Knocked loose. There you go. Pierce knocks it down to the corner. He'll try and get it out in front. Weiner sends it to the netting. Pierce has got it. Bad centering attempt. Weiner knocks it to the ice. They'll regroup. Centers it to Sheehy. Sheehy high slot. Fired towards the net. Save. Kick save back. Kretz has got it now. Off to Sheehy. Sheehy blindly sent it back to Kretz, and Kretz was not ready. Waterloo lost on the break. Sheehy sends it over to Weiner. Got him on a quick counter punch here. Pierce walks around one, walks another. Sheehy, top of the slot. Puck popped up. Glove down by Waterloo. They'll send it up the middle. Sheehy again. Regroups at the blue line. He's got Weiner on the far side. Can't quite get it to him off a skate. Pops up. Kretz has got it now. Sheehy steps off. Netherly steps on. Kretz will give to Netherly. Netherly wants to go back and see what's behind the net. He is. 43 seconds left on the power play. Netherly carried up the far side. Rubbed off the puck there. It squirts down below the goal line. Waterloo sends it to the length of the ice. Big save by Stoll. He'll play it off there to Zick. Zick off to Poles. Poles cross ice to Mueller. Mueller ahead to Netherly. Netherly chases it down. Wrapped out. Zick can't quite hold it in. It'll squirt out. 10 seconds left on this power play. Had a couple opportunities there early on. Hopefully that got our mojo back. Zick up to Poles. Pulls over to Heacock. Man sneaks in behind him. Back on 5-on-5 hockey. Heacock back to Weiner. Weiner top of the circle. Fires it towards the net. High puck squirts to the corner. Now it's Michael Poles on the near boards. Stolen by Waterloo. They'll carry it back up across the blue line. Oh, walks the goal and runs into the goaltender. Everything stays where it's supposed to be, oddly enough. Chase Poles now. Counters right up across the blue line. Shot. Oh, off the post. Wide, held in by Henry. He walks it all the way down to the corner. Weiner taking his spot up at the blue line. He'll knock it back down. Henry and no man's land down in the corner. Now they'll head back. They'll play it around Weiner. Sagers up to Weiner. Weiner's got Pierce. Gives off to him. Shot. Saved by GB. And we're halfway through this third period. Saints still leading in shots, 22-14. Netherly, Deutsch, and Poles. Netherly in for the faceoff. Waterloo controls again. Dubuque knocks it back in, all the way down to the corner. Michael Poles will battle for it there. Knocks it behind the goal line. Tries to center it out in front. Nobody home. Deutsch has got it now. Stolen from him, and it's a race. Waterloo's going to win. It's a breakaway. Stole off big. Goal. So Waterloo cuts the league in half. Just a bad pass that couldn't quite connect there. Got away from them, up the middle. Waterloo had a clean run from almost the far blue line. Jagger Rasty. Sheehy out for the faceoff. Waterloo wins again. Spangler's got it on the far side. Buck squirts loose. She'll backhand it up. Smothers has got it there. Still impressed by Smothers' game today. Played across the middle to the far side. Sheehy's got it. He'll walk it into the zone. Makes the goaltender do a couple jumps. See, he took a hard hit there. He's face down on the ice. Slowly gets himself back up. He's thinking about it. No, he's all right. He's not great because he didn't grab a stick. Looks like he's holding his head. We'll get a fresh line out there. Coach Stike gives the thumbs up. Sheehy's made it to the bench safely. Weiner, Mueller, and Pierce out. Dubuque controls the faceoff. Spangler kicks it over to Zick. Zick plays it up to Mueller. Mueller fans on the clearing attempt. Waterloo battles for it there. Now it's Mueller again. Gets it out of the zone. Back to the Waterloo D. Played all the way down. That should be an ice. For some reason it's not. Near side, Waterloo's got it in the corner. Walks down the goal line. Loses a footing behind the net. Wrapped up to Pierce. Pierce backhands it out of the zone. Waterloo's still there. Knocks it back in. Spangler's got it in the far corner. Waterloo's off for a change. All the room in the world to operate. Kicks it ahead to Pierce. Pierce dumps it into the near corner. Waterloo collects it there, and they'll come back with a little speed. Knocked out to center ice. Into the zone, Waterloo comes. They'll walk the faceoff circle, cuts across the middle. Knocked out the puck there. Weiner's got it on the far side. He'll play it up to Mueller. Mueller knocked off the puck, but leaves for Pierce. Pierce can't quite get around his man. Puck popped straight up. C.J. Mueller without a stick. He'll throw a body. Pierce tries for the big hit. They walk around one. Then they'll get Kretz, who loses an edge. Stoll with a nice save. Kicks it to the wall. Waterloo now walks the top of the circle. Fires it down below the goal line. Out in front. Nobody home. Mueller's got it there. Long icing pass. And that's what it is. .535 left in the first period, or in the third period. Puck's down. Gavin Netherly wins it back to Zick. Zick wraps it around the boards to Henry. Henry gets it up to Deutsch. Stolen there. 2-on-1. Got a man in the middle. Doesn't pass it to him. Kick back out. Another stay by Stoll. Pops straight up. Top of the slot. Shot blocked there. Now it's Zick in the slot. He'll take it back around the back of the net. Cuts back to the far side. He's got a little room up the middle to operate. Sends it over to Deutsch. Deutsch carries it into the zone. Netherly heads for the net. Deutsch walks the goal line, centering fast to Poles. I don't know how he didn't get that. Shot it right at GB. I think GB redirected it to the corner. Poles gets it in his skates. Now it's Henry. Dumps it back in. We'll clear the zone. Comes around to the near corner. Poles again. Big hit for the little guy. Puck wrapped around the back of the net. Sheehy back out. Knocked out the puck. Knocked to the ice. Clear it out. Waterloo's got it across the blue line. They'll work it back in. Knock loose there. Now it's Deutsch. Walks it up the ice. Waterloo back on D. They'll play it up. Spangler with a little time. Comes off her stick. Back behind the net. Kretz has got it. Gives back to Spangler. Spangler's got Heacock. Heacock up the near boards. Aerial pass knocked down by Waterloo, but it's played to Chase Poles. Poles fires it and hits the side of the net. Wrapped around to the near corner. Held in there by Kretz. Chase banging some bodies down in the corner. Wrapped around. Waterloo's got it on the far side. Kretz with a nice steal. Holds it at the blue line. They'll advance it up the ice. Into the attacking zone. Shot on net. Over the net. To the near boards. Heacock's first one there. Kicks loose to Poles. Poles fires on the net. Saved by GB. And he'll cover. So 3:33 left in the third period. Saints clinging to a 2-1 lead. Waterloo starting to strategize. Too early to pull the goalie. Maybe call a timeout. Weiner in for the faceoff. He's got Pierce and Mueller with him. Mueller in the shooting position, just in case we actually win it. We don't. Waterloo wraps it around the far side. They'll get it past Seegers. It'll go the length. He'll go all the way back to collect it. Now he's got it below the net. Knocked back. Henry's got it now below the goal line. Stolen from him in the corner. Chipped out in front. Kick loose. Pierce has got it. He's got Mueller going up the middle. Hits him on the break. CJ backhands it into the zone. Wrapped around the back of the net. Pierce comes in. They'll bang it up the near side. Coming out with a little seat. Mueller's got it. Walks it to the far side. Gives it back to Henry. Henry over to Spangler. Spangler up to Pierce. Pierce sends it in. GB will try and stop it beyond the net. Can't quite get there in time. Wraps around to Mueller in the far corner. Weiner's got it below the goal line. He looks to create a little space. Does a little dance. Sends it out. Deutsch high slot. Shot. Goal! Nice goal by Corbin Deutsch off a feed from Cade Weiner from just behind the net. Kicks it up to the high slot. The big man buries it.
Assisted on the play by number 22, Cade Weiner, and number 18, Camden Spangler.
So the little man getting it done tonight. Weiner's got 2 goals and assists. Waterloo's going to pull the goalie.
Secondary assist to number 9, CJ Mueller.
Pulls, kicks it up. He's got Netherly. Kicked ahead to Deutsch. Deutsch with an open net. That's a goal. Bang, bang. And just like that, the Saints jump out to a 4-1 lead on back-to-back goals by Deutsch. Assisted by Netherly there on the unselfish play on the empty net.
Saints goals go to number 5, Corbin Deutsch. Assisted by number 19, Camden Netherly. And number 4, Michael Walls.
Puck's down. Waterloo's got it. Smothers with a nice little rub up there in front of the net. And we'll get a whistle for offsides. So as I was saying, Weiner with 2 goals, an assist. Bash Brothers, Smothers, and Poles have been throwing their meager weight around, making every single pound count. Puck's down. Waterloo's got it again. Battled through. Heacock's got it now. Walks it down the far side. Shot saved by GB out in front. Cleared back to the near boards. Waterloo's going to walk it out. Brock Smothers is going to knock it into the stands. Lucky fan there. Smothers will sign it for the game after if you bring it to him with a Sharpie. Face off just in front of the Waterloo bench. 1:54 left to play. Saints with a commanding 4-1 lead. Sheehy in for the face-off. Puck's down. Won by Waterloo back to the Dubuque D. Kretz will try and play it up. Smothers will be the first one out there. He's over on Heacock's side. Now it's sent to the near side. Sheehy's going to be the first one there. Stolen from him. Bushbaum's got it. Carries it into the boards. Now it's knocked out. Heacock will force the puck. Knocked off his stick. Again, back to Kretz. Kretz sends it up to Sheehy. Sheehy's one-on-one. He's got some others coming, though. Little head of steam. Shot. Saved by GB. Waterloo's got it. They'll send it up the middle. Pierce off the bench. Puffs it loose. Sheehy's got it. Gives it off to Pierce. Can't quite connect. Slides over to the far side. Shot from the point. Around the back of the net. Near side. Sheehy's got it here. He'll carry it up to the red line. Backhands it in. He'll go for a change. Waterloo collects below the goal line. CJ Mueller back there forces the play wide. They'll come up in front of the scorers table. Waterloo walks it down. Now it's back behind the Dubuque net. Kicked out in front. Zick pops it up. Pierce gives off to Mueller. Mueller with a little clear room in front of him. walks it to the faceoff dot. Puck's knocked loose there. See him grabbing the back of the jersey. You can see him still holding onto the jersey. Fox was far too far away to make that call, though. Waterloo up the near side. Centered. Now Mueller. Backhands up to Weiner. 18 seconds left in the game. Played down. Waterloo will turn on the far side. They'll play it up the boards. Waddick knocks it down there. Plays it ahead. Weiner with the steal. 5 seconds left. Chip over the net into the corner. And that'll do it. So the Saints get a pair of goals, 2 from Deutsch, 2 from Weiner. Come out 4-1 winners in this match. Shots on goal ended up being 27 for the Saints, 18 for Waterloo. Take a brief intermission here as the varsity comes out for the warm-up. And we'll see you back hopefully in about 15-20 minutes for the varsity game. Thanks for watching.